お邪魔します。
What's up, my brothers? It's Nox. I've been smoking a lot of fat blunts recently, but today I'm going to show you guys some good warrior macros that it's going to help take your gameplay to the next level. That sounded stupid as fuck, but it's true. It's going to be genuine, so let's just get straight into it. So as a warrior, you're going to have to use a lot of macros, and I'm going to put the most important ones down in the description of this video so you can use them. But the most important macros are going to be macros that help you stance between your stances automatically, and it's going to be something that just automates your gameplay for you, and you're not going to have to really think about it as much. So here we're just going to go through all of my macros one by one, and I'm going to tell you exactly what they do and if you need them. The important ones I'm going to put down in the video description, and the ones that are not as important I'm not going to put in the video description. If you want to copy them, just pause the video and copy them yourself. So this is my defensive stance intervene macro. It's going to automatically put you in defensive stance and cast intervene. This is a retaliation macro. This is automatically going to put you into battle stance and cast retaliation. This macro is actually very important. It's an intercept macro, and I also have one for charge here. I'm going to put both of them down in the description. Basically what it does is it either puts you into defensive, or not defensive stance, it puts you into either battle stance or berserker stance to cast charge or intercept. It cancels your Bladestorm, it cancels hand of protection, it starts your auto attack, and it's also a mouseover macro, so you can use it as a focus charge type of thing or a focus intercept type of ability, and it will also cast hamstring if you click it once you reached your target. This is a rend macro that I use when I'm in Berserker Stance because you cannot use rend while you're in Berserker Stance, so this will automatically put you into battle stance, start your auto attack, and cast rend. This is my disarm macro, so what this does is it cancels Bladestorm, it puts you into defensive stance, and it casts your disarm. This is my spell reflection macro. This is going to cancel Bladestorm. It's going to equip your one-hander and your shield, and it's going to cast spell reflect. This is my enrage regeneration macro. It's very important. It has a lot of things in it. It automatically casts Blood Rage. It uses your Battle Master trinket. It uses Enrage Regeneration, as well as your Health Stone from your Warlock. This is my Recklessness macro. It automatically puts you into Berserker Stance, and it uses Recklessness. This is my Kick macro. It cancels Bladestorm. It puts you into Berserker Stance, and it uses your Kick. This is my Overpower macro. This cancels your Bladestorm. It starts your auto attack. It puts you into Battle Stance, and it casts Overpower. This is my Berserker Rage macro. This macro is very, very important because in Wrath of the Lich King, you cannot use Berserker Rage while you have Enrage Regeneration active. So this will cancel your Enrage Regeneration and use Berserker Rage for you to be able to break a fear. This is my Shield Block macro. It's extremely important. This will cancel Aura Bladestorm. It's going to equip your one-hander and shield. It's going to put you into defensive stance, and it's going to cast Shield Block. It's very, very important that you have this because it's one of the best ways for you to duel other warriors and other melee classes. This is my Battle Stance macro, and this one goes along with my Defensive Stance and Berserker Stance macro. Basically what these do is it will put you into a certain stance, whether that's Battle, Defensive, or Berserker. If it's Battle or Berserker Stance, it equips your two-handed weapon, and if it's Defensive Stance, it's going to equip your one-hander and shield. I'm going to put these all in the description so you guys can just copy-paste them. This is my Thunderclap macro. Not really important. It just puts you into Battle Stance and casts Thunderclap. So moving on to my general macros. These are still my warrior macros, but I just ran out of space. So this is a start attack macro. This is very important. I'm not going to link these down in the description because it's just going to be a lot to put down in the description, but I recommend that you make a start attack macro for all of your main abilities, and you're going to see that I have a start attack macro for all of my main abilities. So what this macro does is it starts your auto attack and it casts Mortal Strike. Here's another start attack macro. This one is going to start your auto attack and it's going to cast Rend. This macro is very important. I'm going to put it down in the description. It's a shield wall macro. This is going to automatically cancel your Bladestorm, put you into defensive stance, equip your one-hander and shield, and cast shield wall. This is a shattering throw macro. This will put you into battle stance and cast shattering throw. This is a start attack macro for hamstring. This is a sweeping strikes macro that's going to put you into battle stance and cast sweeping strikes. This is a whirlwind macro that's going to put you into berserker stance automatically, start your auto attack, and cast whirlwind. This is heroic throw macro that's very useful. It's just going to use your heroic throw, and if you click it after, it's going to use your throw ability, so you don't have to have a separate key binding for it. This is a start attack macro on my execute. This is a start attack macro on my hamstring.